Print Fam. What's happening, Print Fam? It's Cam, Print Fam. You may be noticing right now that the audio's fucked as shit. This setting has nothing to do with why the audio is different. I've given up on that little boom arm thing with the USB and all that shit. I spent literally an entire hour. I wasn't even able to man the phones because I could not get that thing to sync up, and I sounded like I was talking through a Transformer's asshole. There's so I ditched it, and I'm using the on-camera microphone to do my best to do this thing. We're gonna keep it super short because this audio is useless, and I cannot output it to like an official podcast, I don't think. Oh, maybe I'll upload it anyway. I don't know. Shit. I'm just bummed. I'm tired of this audio crap. But as long as you can hear me at this point, that's as good as we're gonna get. You know what I mean? So, anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Now we gotta get into the whole intro thing. Now, because this is a whole different setup, I couldn't ask the question beforehand, so I'm gonna ask you guys the question now while I'm going through the whole dealio. Today's question is in regards to the importance of a shop's process, and I want to know just briefly in the chat what your guys' shop processes are on press. So what do you do before you start the job? Let me know in the chat. And then while you guys are letting me know that, I'm gonna do the intro. So welcome everybody to the Print Life Live podcast. My name's Cam. If this is your first time here, I'm a self-proclaimed print pro. It's debatable. But I also have a little print shop in Phoenix, Arizona called Monument Limited. And this is the Print Life Live. On this show, we talk a little bit about news. We try to keep it related to screen printing, but sometimes it's completely off topic. And then after that, I like to do a little business topic. Maybe we talk about screen printing or just general business concepts. Sometimes I go in depth, sometimes they're very broad. And then after that, we get to the meat and potatoes of this sucker, which is the live Q&A where you submit your questions on the chat, and I do my best to answer them. And also, the participants in the chat answer the questions as well. So thank you for being here. Again, gotta apologize for the audio. This is shit. Hopefully it's better. I've completely scrapped the old thing, so I'm going to be looking into a whole new way of capturing audio, which is exciting, but I'm irritated right now, a little bit. My bad, choppy, but still fine. So you guys, let me know, man, if the audio's at least okay. It should be in sync because I'm using the audio coming in from the camera. I'm not going to harp on this all day, but as long as you guys can hear me and we can get through this particular episode, then it'll work. I may or may not upload it to the actual official podcast. By the way, that's going better than expected. Which brings me to the social media reminder. Let's get all that stuff out of the way. Everybody, head over to Instagram and or Twitter, preferably both, and follow me at Cam Earven. That's at CAMEARVEN. Again, that's at CAMEARVEN. Also, want you to subscribe to the Print Life podcast on iTunes and Google Play. Head over there now, or at the end of this thing, whichever is better for you, and leave me a 5-star review, and then write me a nice little Cam's the Print Fam's podcast is awesome. You know, let's get this sucker out there. Also, everybody, make sure to send a request to the Facebook group, which is titled The Print Life. Now, let's see. Well, I'm going to the whole thing, but let's see if anybody actually told me what they do with their thing. Audio is out of sync. Shouldn't be out of sync because this is a whole different thing, dude. If this audio's out of sync, I'm gonna shit. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, guys, welcome to the thing. I'm just looking to see if anyone's... I asked the question earlier about what processes you have pre-press, and I just kind of wanted to review them, and I'm going to the chat now to see what other people said. Design Gnome said he wraps his palette with new tape, draws center lines, add water-based tack, loosens the off contact, lays down the film, and registers all the screen. You're one of the few, just like us. We register our screens to the film, not to, like, you know, a lot of people will do a white plate and then they'll register to that. We don't do that. That's cool. Dude, the out of sync thing. I'm like so pissed. What's up, bruh? Anyway, guys, yeah, so thank you, Design Gnome, for letting us know what you do, man. So now we're gonna move on to the fucking, it's news time. Let's do the news. In the news, there's actually a couple of things. So the first thing I want to talk about in regards to the news is what's happening with the print life. Started the channel, really thought nothing of it, didn't even expect it to turn into anything, but thanks to you guys, my hard work mixed in with your guys' hard work and your involvement in the group, it's becoming a thing. So it's gotten to the point where I needed to actually trademark the name. So I officially filed for the Print Life as both an entertainment trademark and as an apparel trademark. So somebody else had actually, surprisingly enough, filed for Print Life as a screen printing shop, so I couldn't file for that. But I filed for it under entertainment and then also under apparel. So with that in mind, you guys have been doing some of the coolest shit. Like, dude, just real quick, let me open this up, cause my dude, hopefully you can see this. If you guys are just listening, which I'm not sure if this is even going to be a podcast yet, but if you're listening, I'm running through our Facebook group because of this, man. It was actually done by, I remembered and then I forgot because my mind is, dude, where's it at, brother? I'm looking through my Facebook group feed. Here he is. Dude, I just had it. There he is. James Hamilton hooked us up. Look at this. He hooked it up, and then this was his, I don't know, dude, is that supposed to be me or just some hipster? Either way, it's awesome. And I love the thing. But he did this incredible graphic, and then I asked him kindly if he would put on YouTube at the bottom, which he's done, which is all I ask. The Print Life is the community's thing, as long as it says on YouTube, so that at the very least it's directing traffic to the channel that I put a bunch of work into. So as long as it says that on the thing, dude, use the Print Life to your heart's content. It's fucking awesome, and this illustration is dope. I'm gonna do a print of it as well. And in celebration of the Print Life being filed as a trademark, I had a really dope illustrator do this incredible graphic. I talked about it briefly in the vlog that was posted today, but we're going to do a really cool print of it and do some kind of contest to make sure that the print fam is able to get a hold of them. This thing's like epic, kind of cartoonish. It's dope. I'm really stoked on it. Anyway, let me get back to the thing here. What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh yeah, well that was my news. And then you guys know that also I like to, after I've covered my news, because I've been asking everyone else to submit their print shop news as well as any industry news that they hear on the Facebook group, I use that feed to acquire the news for the Print Life podcast live on the spot. So let's get back to Facebook, and we're going to start at the top. Getting there right now, and let's share the screen. Welcome to the Print Life news, submitted on the Facebook group. Questions. A lot of questions. It seems like every group turns into more of a messaging board asking questions. Jimmy Lee Johnson III uploaded a photo of his shop at the house. So let's zoom in on that. Alright, he's got the cool plotter here. Or is that a... Oh, it's a film printer. Is that a Legend? Yeah. No, is that a... What press is that? It's a cool press, though. Very nice, man. Love it. Is this a steel... Like a steel building? Oh, no, it's just a garage. Very nice. Love it. Great setup, my friend. Let me know any news you got going on. Any new moving... Any kind of new movements. Whatever. Keep us updated, man. Welcome to the Print Life group. Jimmy Lee Johnson has just completed a 5-color simulated process. Call it certified all natural, which I'm assuming are either blunt wraps or cigars or something of that nature. Very nice job, dude. That's only 5 colors. That looks good. That looks really good. You nailed the skin tones. Let me know in the chat if you're here right now, Jimmy Lee, what separation software you used to separate this. Let the print fam know. Let us know in the chat. Very nice, though. Matthew Hills made sure to give us this really incredible... I watched this really quickly earlier, but I saved it. I wanted to save it for you guys on the thing. So let me go full screen here. And this says, "Welcome to Flint Crossing." So he's taking us into the front door of his... Wow. Really amazing retail space for his print shop. Oh shit, man. Those hammocks? Wow. It's streaming piss poor because it's Facebook video. Does their stuff ever stream smoothly? Not that I know of. Man, the shop, dude. Looks nice, man. I'm gonna minimize this because Facebook just has... They got problems with streaming, man. They always have. Okay. Well, he's showing... I love the rustic look. You can tell you've used a lot of aged wood and stuff. Is this just for a print shop? You got shoes and shit in there. This is more than just screen printing. It's like an athletic wear shop or something. Very nice, though. Now we're getting to the mix of it. Okay, so we kind of went through the retail space. It was skipping all over. Now we're going into the back room. Oh, the embroidery spot looks sick. Are those Tajimas? God damn. It's nice, dude. And then now we're going further back into the shop, and we're hitting the warehouse where you can see about 3 gentlemen printing their asses off. One of them's running the press. One of them looks to be, I don't know what he's doing, folding. Well, damn. I gotta say, Matthew Hills, I'm sorry that the video was skipping, but thank you so much for uploading that. I think it makes all of us realize that we gotta step our game up in the retail space department. Jeff Osborne was burning some screens tonight. Took a small brush to clean up the details, rinsed it, and when the emulsion dried, there's a hazy white color. Okay, this is a question. God damn it. Singo, just do a little news update. They got a nice vinyl combo for some customers headed to Mickey Mouse Land, aka Disneyland, aka the most overpriced goddamn theme, most overpriced vacation ever. But still very fun. I love, fuck that. Me and Jen are gonna go to Disneyland very soon. Brandon Griffith is building a really nice 20 screens. Dude, he's building a 20 screen storage rack with maple wood, and this is just the first draft of it. Let me go full screen. And he said that he'll update us with more photos when it's done. That's sharp, man. It looks clean in maple. Jimmy Lee Johnson also just wanted to say thanks for the videos on YouTube. He's been in the print game about 2 years. Been watching all my videos. Stroking the ego a little bit. I'll take it. Thanks, Jimmy Lee. Your shop looks nice, man. Keep up the good work, dude. And just keep posting. Let us know anything new that happens in your shop, and then I will shout you out on this live feed. James Hamilton. So he's asking a question based on the vlog that I posted earlier, which was in regards to rivals taking business from me. I think, James, that I'm also a special case because I'm out there publicly so much, especially with the videos and shit. But But I would say that any enterprising printer, and myself included, I've done this before, and if they have any kind of sales background, they would look at other screen printers' Instagrams, Facebooks, look for jobs, especially local ones, and then just kindly approach those clients. They may not get aggressive with it, but they're going to take any opportunity they can to acquire new clients. I've done it in the past, and I was very aware of that going into it. But just having a client put me on game that somebody, a local person, called them directly, and then they kind of came back and snitched on them to us, just made me realize that I do need to second guess how far or what clients I put on screen, right? Just because, and I do recommend that you guys do the same, man. Just be careful on what you put out there, because some enterprising young fuck is gonna come in and try to take it. It's the nature of this business, man. Again, guys, I can see where you're going with this. Don't be frightened. I think that I'm a special circumstance because of the videos, right? So, and a lot of printers are aware of myself. Just like the guy that owns James, who has the screen printing Q&A, he has to be very careful because so many people are familiar with him. Just anyone where, yeah, dude, where am I going with that? Be careful. Don't post any really valuable, high-profile clients socially, because some screen printer's going to come through and poach it. It's just a fact. But don't be afraid either. Just keep them close to the chest. You got to be a little stingy with your clients. That's all. It was just a word of warning for you guys. And then, like I promised from the beginning, I'm just trying to be as forthright and honest with these videos as I can, which is why I put it out there. But don't be scared. Just keep it close to the chest. Damn, I said just keep it. Repeat it a lot. Brandon Griffith just printed up. Actually, this is dude, you did a good job on this. It's a black and white print from a reference photo. I'm gonna zoom in here. Dude, great job. Is that just one black screen? Turned out good for one, man. Usually I would go with a couple on that just cuz, but that looks really good. Good job. Brandon Griffith crushed. A nice little black and white print, man. Very, very impressive. And then someone else, Brian Barry, also commented on his with this. Again, this looks like to just be a single screen, kind of monochromatic black and white photo. Looks great. Good job. Jamie Lee Johnson is printing good stuff. Yeah. Everything looks good. And I'm going to be more hesitant too. And this is cool. This shows Fabio Gutierrez. What is he doing here? Oh, okay. So Fabio printed out the print life graphic, and then he's actually weeding it out in vinyl, dude. That's sick. Look at him weeding it out. I gave up on vinyl professionally because of this. It's so goddamn time consuming. Yeah. Look how long it's taking you, man. I love vinyl for personal projects. But if you're just listening to this audio, he has to speed the shit up. And he's just working on this one graphic, weeding out the vinyl on it. It's a pretty detailed graphic too, of what appears to be me riding my bike with a sprayer spraying Print Life. And then this shows the finished product. He did the Print Life on YouTube sticker above the Print Life graphic, which is some kind of dude. Probably me riding the bike. It's very cool, man. Love it. Ooh, Carranza George did some box printing for their shop using Green Galaxy water-based, and it was his first time using the stuff, and he thinks it worked out pretty well, and I also think it worked out really well. Those boxes are dope as shit. Design X Print Shop. www.designxcreative.com. Great job, man. Fabio Gutierrez has been messing around with Separation Studios. So you officially got Separation Studio. Let me know in the chat how you like it, man. Or just let the guys know. I may or may not be able to catch it because they get, buried. But it looks awesome. And I'm being hesitant too not to shout out too many of the jobs on this too, just because I just want to be careful. Oh, now Jordan A. Truitt also did a Print Life graphic. This is sick too. Looks it's 80s as fuck, like something straight out of Tron the movie. Love it. I just want to make sure that I'm still screen sharing. Okay, good. Dude, great job. And so all of these files, guys, are available for download in the files menu right here. Anyone that uploads this stuff, apparently you can download it free to use, do what you want with it. And I have some graphics coming soon as well. And I will also be, I can't find the file for our placement poster, but as soon as I find it, I will upload it, and that'll be there for you guys as well. Sonny Gray is busy as usual. He just posted a rice paper graphic. Great job on that one, my friend. Fabio's just making print life graphics everywhere. I love it, dude. I love it. More stuff from Sonny. He's just crushing the work game, staying busy. So this is Cody Caspa Brothwaite, and he says he needs help getting this image outlined, right? So I'm assuming he needs it vectorized. Dude, I mean, that's the game. You gotta know how to vectorize graphics, man, or you have to have someone on staff or on your payroll that can do it. If you can't vectorize graphics, 70% of the clients that come to you are gonna have dog shit artwork. You gotta know how to do it. So what I would recommend, hire somebody. You can go to Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. They got really cheap cats out of India, Asia, wherever, that will recreate this for $5 to $20 a piece. Or get Illustrator and start learning how to do it yourself. Very important skill. You got to know it, man. Or you got to have someone on staff that can do it. David Reyes, this is a question, but I'm just going to address it real quick. He wants to know when my next videos are. I've stopped daily vlogs. I did that just for 30 days. Without it being, it's not sustainable. So I've committed to one vlog a week, doing the live thing, and then I was planning on trying to do a tutorial every week, but you know, I just haven't yet. But I am still I still intend to do like a screen printing tutorial once a week, like on Saturday, but I just haven't done it yet. Taking a damn break, dude. That 30 days whooped my ass. Now this is cool. Kevin Gunn found this on Facebook. We offer 3 kinds of service: good, fast, cheap. You can pick any 2. Good and cheap won't be fast. Good and fast won't be cheap. Fast and cheap won't be good. Very nice. Very goddamn true. And I think that this goes into the process, which we're going to be talking about coming up very soon on the business topic, in that your process, you need to define which 2 of these you want to do, or what you want to focus on, and then build your screen print, your shop's processes around those 2 focuses. But I do agree, you can only pick 2 of the 3. Oh, I love the rainbow fade. So I'm looking at a graphic of the Print Life where someone did some rainbow fades. This was from Jordan Truitt. Both of them were actually nice, dude. Love it. And I think that that's going to be just about it for now, because we got to move on to the business topic of the day, guys. So let's crush... Oh, shit. Wrong one. There we go. Business topic of the day. And import the shop's processes. Okay, I'm going to run through this quick because I'm not proud of the audio, and I actually want to dive into much more detail about this, so I'm just going to go over it quick. We're going to do another live feed with good audio because I feel like this is an important part of the podcast, but I don't want to have duplicate content, so we're just going to go over it quick. And it is in regards to the importance of a screen printing shop's process. Now, as you guys know, I've been in the office for basically a year now, and during that time, the processes in the shop were going right into the shitter. And it was in large part my fault, but my focuses were all in here. I was working on advertising and the videos and the channel and all that, and I just kind of let go of the reins out there. And then when I dive back into it, I just, as I'm back out there, I'm dealing with the printer again, and you know, talking on the phones again, and I see how much of the stuff slipped away. Now, the first area that I do want to talk about, I'm just going to go over it quickly, is in regards to the clients, right? A process is extremely important when it comes to dealing with clients because you want to make sure to acquire the information you need from them, but then relay the information that you need them to be aware of. For instance, call comes in, you answer, you give them a greeting, and then they start talking. You listen. When you figure out the question they're asking, you address the question, then you wait. You listen, and you address the next question. You listen, you address the next question. Boom, 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 boom. You're just addressing their, I forget what it's called in sales speak because it's been so long, but you're answering their questions, getting over the hurdle, and getting them one step closer to purchasing a service from you. Now, a scenario where that could happen, you're listening and then you come to the conclusion that, oh, well, they only need 4 shirts. Now, if you're a shop and you have a process of trying to overcome, dude, I cannot think of the sales jargon right now. This is crazy. My brain just completely went fucking blank on the sales jargon, so I feel like a dum-dum. But they're always going to have something that they're trying to, like, okay, well, let me call you back. But if you can overcome it, they're objections. Isn't that insane? I couldn't think of the word objections. That's insane. So you listen to their objection. Oh, well, I only need 4 pieces. And you say, okay, well, we have a 12-piece minimum. And you tell them, well, you know, we do have a 12-piece minimum, but would you mind if I just give you a quote real quick? The price may be a lot better than you expect. Now, they only need 4 pieces, but maybe you can acquire that client. And if you have these processes in place, you'll make sure that you're not missing out on opportunities for new clients and new work because you're just going down the steps. And the steps are you listen, you address it, and then you overcome the objection. That's a process. It's a sales process, and you definitely want to be utilizing it on the phone and through email and any type of correspondence that you have with the customers. I cannot believe that word objection was just like smoke, gone, left my brain. Now it's back though. You know, and then another step where these processes are important are after you've closed the customer. They're gonna work with you. They're giving you their business. Now comes the time where you want to have a process of relaying information. So before they pay, and I wrote this down because I can never remember it, we have a checklist now. But you want to go over your main terms, like your return policy. When it's too late to change the garment color or the quantity. You want to go over all these things. You want to let them know how long before their mock-ups will be ready for their approval. You want to let them know what you do in case there's a misprint of 12 or less, or more than this or more than that. You want to let them know all of your terms that are important, that you've dealt with from clients in the past where you know that you need to relay this to them because you know they won't read it, but they need to be aware of it. You want to go over that before they pay. Then after they pay, you want to walk them through what the process will be. For instance, our process is after they've made the payment, within 48 hours, they get a digital mock-up uploaded to their invoice. They then need to log in, review it, and approve it. If they don't approve it, we will never go into production. And we have found through trial and error that if you don't relay this to them audibly, it'll probably take 6 days for them to log in and approve this thing. So you want to let them know, look, keep an eye on your email. We're going to notify you when that notification pops up. Go log in, review it, and approve it. These are the kind of things you need to relay to them. That's part of our process after payment. And it just goes on down the list. On press, we actually have, I have this whole, hang on, I got this thing over here. We have a whole damn book. It's a little worse for wear at the moment. But this is our book of steps. I'm just going to read this shit to you. So, we have 2 different steps. First one is actually press setup. I actually have a really nice InDesign version of this where it's all laid out. It's got monument, you know, like a whole letterhead and shit going on. This is just for readability for the printers. I'm just going to read this to you. First thing you do is it says replace pallet tape when needed. A. Cover entire board with water-based adhesive. Measure and draw lines at the following measurements: 1 inch, 2.5, 3.5, and 5 inch. That's just a replace pallet tape step. That's not the daily step. You do it when it needs to be done. Number 1, verify that pallet number 1 is straight and that the clamps are tightened. You want to do that before you start setting up and registering. If the damn pallet's moving around and you're trying to register to it, it'll never line up, right? The pallet needs to be tight to be able to register to it. You're going to center the film on the pallet with the T-square. Double check art distances. And then I also put in here A, front print measurements for square tall images, short images, back print measurements, blah blah blah. This is just like a quick reference for the printer when he's setting up. Step 3, zero out the print heads. Step 4, load screen in the screen clamps. Step 5, adjust your off contact. Step 6, register screen to the film. Step 7, tape edges and visually check for pinholes. 8, print scrap shirt to make sure job is in registration. 9, measure distance from the carousel to the back of pallet number 1. Okay, don't measure from the print head. It's never in the same spot. Step 10, use your measuring tape to verify that the remaining pallets are the same distance as pallet 1. This just makes sure that they're all in the same location. 11, count shirts in and station them up for the printer. 12, number the job sheet, hand the sheet to printer. That's some old shit. We're on some new stuff now. And then it goes move on to the press. Anyway, that's some other shit. And then a whole other step for the printer before he starts production. That's just setup. When it's production time, check the dryer temps before the job starts. Verify that the pallets are tacky before loading any shirts. Scrub pallets with the scrub pad and water. Activate adhesive by placing it under the flash for 8 seconds. Step 3, print 2 pellons. Step 4, thoroughly check for pinholes again. Number 5, check image fitment on the smallest shirt. You guys every printer has gone through this. You start with the largest, you're working your way down, you get in the groove, you get to the smalls, all of a sudden it's a big print and you've printed it, or say it's a tank top and you've printed it in some weird location and the image fell off the sides or whatever. You always want to start with the smallest shirt so that you make sure that that image is in location and so that you don't get into a groove. Because if you get into a groove, you're going to fuck some shit up. So it says just check fitment on the smallest shirt. 6. Measure each pallet distance before starting. Again. 7. Print one small customer shirt only. Do not print more than one shirt. Pay attention to placement. Variations on V-necks, tanks, and crew necks. B. Shop manager will inform printer if shirt placement deviates from normal. That's A and B. On to number 8. Show the shirt to the artist for final production approval. This is key. The printer gets it set up, blah, 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 but then he has to go carry it over to the artist, and the artist is going to be looking at it without the fear of having to reset it up. You want to show it to somebody that has final approval, that has no problem saying, hey, that don't look good, you need to go re-register that one. A lot of the times if the printer's making the final decision, they will settle with less than perfect results because they don't want to reset it up. So someone that has nothing to do with press setup needs to be doing the final sign off on the final print. And then number 9, print job. Number 10, break down the damn screens. So that's just on this damn setup. And we've actually got some things we need to add to this. It's a long goddamn list, and that's our process. And those processes prevent us from doing stupid shit like having one of the pallets at the wrong distance, and now you printed 5 graphics at 2.5 inches, and then one of the graphics is at 6.5, and the printer doesn't catch it because he's just going along, and now every 6th shirt has a completely different print placement. He forgot to, check the pallet adhesiveness, and now because he didn't check it, all the garments are coming out of registration because the shirts aren't staying stuck to the board, and it's just a big shit show. So, the importance of the process is everything. And the process is fluid. It's constantly changing. You're making adjustments. But if you don't have one, in my personal opinion, you're setting yourself up to fail. Business, topic, done. Now it's time for the Print Life Q&A. Guess what, guys? It's it's time for the Q&A. And as you guys saw before, do like the dot or whatever it is before the question, so that I know it's directed at me. I can't remember what. Oh yeah, no, the asterisk, like 3 or 4 asterisks before the question. That way I know it's for me, and I'll do my best to answer it. So it's Q&A time. I'm gonna go to the top. I'm gonna work my way down and look for asterisks, because I know y'all got this down already. Pop my chat out. Full screen. And we're in. Dude. Yeah, so start submitting your questions. Allison Reichardt says, how long do you keep screens for clients? We don't. We reclaim them as soon as the job is done. We never keep screens. It's too, like, for us, because we have, like, limited shop space and all this and that. We just can't. There's just no way. It's impossible. I don't know how anyone can handle it. It would be a nightmare. And you guys, Jason says anyone can email him with questions. That's jenz516@gmail.com if you have questions about whatever. Firefly screenprint. Yo, do you think you could upload the checklist to the document section on the group? I'm sure there's a lot of people that would find it useful. Plus, people could add their own steps. Yeah, I'll definitely upload that. Looking down the list here. Upload the checklist. Yes, I will. Do you mark center marks on your screen? Yes, we do. We have center registration marks on our screen. Every time. Alright guys, keep submitting the questions. In the meantime, while you're doing that, I'm going to head on over here to the Print Life Facebook group and start cranking through some of these questions, because there's a lot of them. Michael Maxwell Jr. Screen question. Using Ryanet's Cryocoat emulsion. Haven't tried it yet. He says it's great. Can be used for water-based or plastisol. However, what is happening to my screen? I get about 6 garments through, printing water-based ink, and the stencil goes to crap. It's useless. Is this an emulsion issue, a screen issue, user error, another long day of printing tomorrow, and besides registration issues, this is problematic as well. Well, I heard the Cryocoat's supposed to be waterproof, so I'm surprised you're having an issue with this. Are you making sure that after you expose it in the washout booth, you're drying it in a UV light source, either in the sun or hitting it again with UV light on your exposure unit? You always want to post-expose, especially with water-based ink, because that post-exposure just hardens that shit further. Also, you may want to consider getting a stencil hardener like we have. As soon as you've exposed the screen while it's still wet, you put the stencil hardener on it, let it sit 2 minutes, rinse it out, post-expose it in UV light, and it'll usually hold up about 500 pieces, man. And I've heard the Cryocoat's supposed to be a water-based emulsion, so I'm surprised you're having problems. Sounds like you're probably not post-exposing it. I don't know if that comes with a pre-mixed diazo or if you have to mix the diazo in, but keep an eye on that as well. Hopefully you can figure it out, dude. Tim McElhenney, thanks for the question, Michael Maxwell. Hopefully that helped. But yeah, it's always about the post-exposure, man. Always. We post-expose plastisol. We post-expose everything. Is anybody on here using a flash dryer to cure their water-based prints? Not to cure, but to, to flash it. I have 18 by 18 flash dryer right now. When I cure plastisol, I have the flash 4 or 5 inches away from the shirt, and it cures in about 45 seconds. Use the heat gun. Also, if you're trying to cure it, pop the shirt off, loosen it from the pallet. Getting that air gap between the fabric and the pallet will actually help it cure faster, especially with water-based inks. Yeah, so you just need to. So what you're asking is because it's such a high degree range that the garment's going to scorch because you can't give it enough time. Yeah, you definitely need to raise it up to. If you don't have adjustable heat on the flash, you need to get it up higher so that it's not as hot on the garment. And that way you can let the garment sit under that heat element for longer. It's the same thing, you do the same thing with a conveyor dryer. You lower the heat so that it could stay in the tunnel longer without scorching. But yeah, dude, you're right on track with that, Tim. So great question. Yeah, just raise it up, get the heat lower, and that way you can leave the water-based print under there longer. I think you answered your own question. You got to figure it out, man. Dylan Barber is looking for some advice on Amazon. Are there any presses worth even looking at? I'm at the point of getting a press, but I don't have the cash on hand, but can do Amazon credit. Well, I have seen a few presses on there, but they're all just those Chinese-made steel things, man. I don't know. I can't remember what they talked about last time, but some guys had got those single-station 4-color presses for like under 500 bucks. I would just say, as long as it's got some kind of micro registration system, it'd be worth a try if it's under 500 bucks. I feel like, though, if you're going to step over the $500 range into the $1,000 range, you could probably find something used. But yeah, you got the credit issue to work with. If you're putting it on credit, stay 500 or less. Try it out. I mean, you're starting a business, dude. A $500 investment just to see if something will work, it's not a bad deal. People spend hundreds of thousands of dollars only to find out that their business won't work. So a $1,000 investment, it's not a huge risk. Give it a shot. Michael Maxwell made this. Dude, I don't know why the shit I didn't think of this. This is brilliant. He has a fan on a pallet stand, or on a flash stand. So now he has a fan flash, so he can cool the pallets down directly after coming out of the flash. So smart. Brilliant, dude. Great idea. Jeff Osborne, this question, dude, I have a hard time understanding what it is, so I can't answer that one. But took a small brush to clean up the fine details, rinsed it, and when it dried, the emulsion is a hazy white color, and he could see through the stencil, but the rest of the emulsion looks thin. He's pretty sure the brush had emulsion remover on it. Can I still use the screen, or should I burn a new one? Dude, this is just trial and error stuff, man. Like, you gotta dive in there and just fucking load it with some ink, grab a scratch shirt, and see what happens. Because you will find sometime that emulsion will, like if you, for instance, my guys, when they're coating screen, a big drop of sweat will fall into the emulsion as he's coating it. And it'll be all blue, but you'll see like a couple of drips of clear. But it's still, there's enough emulsion there that it'll still hold and we can print with it. So that kind of stuff comes down to trial and error, man, and everyone's different. Some people will Mickey Mouse their way around shit, depending on the situation and how fast they need to go. But ultimately, I would say just go ahead and reburn another one. But I have a strong feeling you probably don't have a lot of screens, so you know how long it takes to fucking reclaim it and recoat it and then wait only to burn it again. So I get why you might be hesitant to. But in the beginning, dude, that's the fun of it, to be honest with you. Oh, this okay. I would like to know anyone's answer here. James Curlin has one. Mads Olson says, any tips to cleaning the inside of a vacuum blanket on an exposure unit? I get it, because we have a colored ring around our blanket, and I've never even considered cleaning it. But James Curlin says ink remover and baby wipes. We also have those Ryonet wipes that we've been trying. Love them, by the way. So that may be a good idea. Yeah. Just whatever. Any kind of plastisol degrader will probably work fine. Alright, let's go back to the chat, see if we got any fresh questions in the thing. Okay. Design Gnome asks, do you sub out jobs with more spot colors than you can print in-house? Honestly, dude, I feel like anybody that has more than 6 colors, they know what they're looking at, and they just avoid our shop because they know that we can't do it. We have so much. So honestly, we don't even get hit up that often for anything over 6 colors. And I think it's because the shop is out there, and anyone that's ordering over 6 colors is usually very aware that it's over 6 colors, and they're looking for shops that are automated in most cases. But the rare occasions that they do come in, as of right now, we just tell them we have a 6 color maximum. Yeah, and that's another reason why, like, I'm really strongly considering just setting up a subcontractor just for those reasons. But again, man, Yeah, everyone's hitting me up. I'm getting tons of fucking subcontractors, pricing sheets. They're all over the board, but one thing is pretty much certain. There's only about a 10% difference between your price and my price, which some of you guys are actually higher than my pricing. Some of you are 10% lower, but it's not looking good. The subcontracting thing is just not looking good. This is what I would say at this point. We set up a system where this is what's actually gonna happen, more or less. And this is, if you're open to this, then we can play ball. Our system is now set up. We've been working on it for a while, where we create you an account, you log in, you see the jobs assigned to you, you print on our pricing. If you can accept that, cool. If not, then, you know, move on. And then we pull a small percentage of that print. We send the garments to you. The artwork will be sent to you, registered up, separated, ready to go. All you do is print the films out, print it, box it up, and ship it to the client, or ship it to us for the client to pick up locally. We cover all the shipping, all that stuff. But what we're doing is basically automating the whole thing. Your price list will not count, but you will have an account, and we pull a very small percentage of the total cost of the print job. Not the total cost, the cost of the print. The garment markup and all that is still ours. So that's the way it's probably going to go. So the whole price list thing, it's just not going to work, man. It's too far off. Everyone's too similar. Hellbox Print Shop. Consider getting a Patreon cam. Help fund the print live filming. You can get an editor to help you free up more time. Patreon. What the fuck's Patreon? Let me know. How does that work? Oh, I guess I'll have to Google it. What is it? Let me know. Patreon cam and then money bag. Help fund it. Is it like a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or something? Could be interesting. Let me know. Yeah, let me know in the chat what that is. I'm not sure what that is. Question. This is from Rye Beats. From your last vlog, you pulled in your shop's some sort of exhaust fan. Is that your conveyor dryer? If so, can you explain that exhaust setup? I need to exhaust my dryer somehow. Yeah. So, because we did so much discharge, one day we had a huge, like big front discharge job. And this was years ago now. My printer's printing away. I go off, run some errands. I come back. The entire shop is fucking flooded in emulsion fumes. It was like a whiteout. And at that moment, I realized we needed to ventilate this sucker. So what I did, because we can't punch it through the walls and there's, you know, we can't go through the roof here, I ran ductwork, and then that is just a sucker fan. It's for extracting fumes from sewers and whatever. And I just attach it to the end of the thing, and when we get there in the morning, I turn it on, put it outside, and the fan sucks it through. You can find those exhaust fans on Amazon. They're not that expensive. It's all available on Amazon. Yeah, you gotta, dude. You have to fume or whatever. You gotta exhaust the fumes somehow, man. I'm tired as shit. My mouthpiece feels tired. I also miss having the headphones on because I like hearing myself in the thing. MST 3K 2200. Have you dealt with collegiate licensing? Nope, only for live screen printing. But we're not really in charge of it. They give us licensed things and we show up and do the print and then that's it. I have no interest in any of that licensing stuff. King 6 Ranch. What advice do you have for someone new to the biz for getting customers? For me, I say this pretty much every time. Start a damn website. The better your website is, just the better you look to potential clients. And then now the social media presence, I'm starting to see what kind of impact it can have, and it's important. Also, I'm just going to say one thing: Google Plus. Jason Ends. How important is it to vent your dryer other than heat? Yeah, dude, the fumes, man. You got to do it. If you don't ventilate, especially the formaldehyde from, if you're doing discharge printing, you're fucked. Plastisol now, they've gotten rid of all those phthalates and shit like that, so it's not as bad, but there's still formaldehyde in discharge, man. It actually makes me like, the shit makes me nervous at this point. I feel so a lot of times I consider just fucking saying fuck discharge because of that formaldehyde. But that shit can't, it's a carcinogen. I know it causes cancer. You got to ventilate that stuff. Everything else, whatever. Also, if you have a spot cleaning gun, that the fluid, if you don't use acetone, which it's just a better deal, you should use acetone. But that damn dry cleaning fluid that they sell you at the supply houses, that shit is carcinogenic as fuck. You definitely need to be ventilating that stuff, or you're gonna get cancer. Like, more for certain you're gonna get cancer with that shit than smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. This shit is dangerous as fuck. So yeah, dude, ventilation, hugely important. Andrew F. Farisa, AutoPress brand you're interested in. I like the Rock a lot. More than likely I would go Rock. I also really like the Anatol Volt, but the more I look into it, there's certain things that I don't. The main thing I don't like about Anatol now is that they just don't have all the other stuff. Like Rock and M&R, they have the dryers, they have the registration systems, they have all the things that make their economy useful, and it can scale. Whereas Anatol, they just don't have all that stuff. They don't have a pre-registration system. They're not working on direct-to-screen technologies. They have this badass all-electric press. But other than that, I don't know. So with that in mind, I really like Rock. And of course, you can't go wrong with M&R. You can't. I mean, a lot of people are moving towards the Rock thing now, because the Rock's dope. Rock's dope. I also like MHM a lot. Jamie Leinbach, have you found moderators for Facebook yet? Hashtag not me, just asking. I vote James Hamilton, aka Hellbox. You know, that's the kind of shit I need to hear. James, would you be open to moderating the Print Life group? Let me know. If anyone else thinks they would like to see James be the main moderator, let me know. Because James, if you're open to it, I'd be down to let you do it. If anyone else is down, let me know. Anyone else who might be interested in being a moderator of the Facebook group, let me know in the chat. Or only then direct message me on Facebook if you're interested in being a moderator for that group. I think having a couple of moderators would be amazing, because the reality, guys, is I love Facebook and I log in like a couple of times a week and I blast through the things, but I'm just not super active on it. So it would be cool to have moderators, and in that way I can just flash in a couple times a week and you know, say what's up. But I'm just not a super active Facebook guy. I like Instagram a lot more. So yeah, everybody, man, if you're interested in being a moderator, let me know, and then maybe we'll do a vote. We'll do a thing on who, I don't know. I'm not going to make it awkward for you, but everyone, just let me know who's interested, and I'll see who's had the most activity on the group, and I'll base my choices on that. I don't know, guys. Fabio Gutierrez, he would like a video on how to register screens on the exposure unit. Okay, I'll do it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward though, man. You're just hinging it. You put one down, you register the other one to it, and pull this one off, boom, and then you do the it's really easy. But I'll do a video of it. Maybe I'll do that one this weekend. I'm also trying to do a 6 tips series. There's a lot of shit I got to do on the tutorial stuff. They're just so hard to set up. And I feel like I'm ready to wrap this up. It already went way longer than I wanted to, because I know this audio sounds like total dog shit. Let me get through a few more of these. Okay, here's something interesting. So Jeremy McCarr, any alternative to silicone spray you recommend? Spraying silicone in my shop is never going to happen due to it causing fish eyeing in the paint? You mean in the ink? So someone else brought this concern up as well, where when you spray it and then you do your, you do your print, and then it's like they think it might leave some kind of film between layers. Have never seen it happen to any kind of degree, but I'm sure that it could happen if you really went crazy with it. Yeah, man, I don't know, man. We love this shit. We've never had any issues with it, but to each their own. Any alternatives in that? The only other thing I've seen, it depends on if you're doing like the roller stroke or the flattening stroke, is just a Teflon sheet taped to the bottom of a screen. I have all the ductwork and a fan. Guess you're venting. Yeah, dude, as long as you have all that, then you're venting fine. Cam, what? Okay, this is from John Marani. What is your favorite emulsion for Plastisol? My favorite emulsion, period, is Marukami Photo Cure Blue emulsion. It's dual cure, pre-sensitized. It's got a fairly short shelf life, but we run through it like water. So I love this shit. You can stencil harden it. If you're doing water-based, like up to 500 pieces, we usually tear down and reset up anything over 500 pieces on water-based anyway, so it works out just fine, man. Marukami Photo Cure Blue. Check it out. I love this stuff. And it's like a really, it's got a high solid, so it's a thick emulsion by nature. Hellbox Studio. I use Ryocharge. It works well with no reducer. The consistency is spot. I don't know what that's in response to someone else. Looking for questions here. I love to see you guys chatting amongst yourselves. That's frickin' awesome, man. And dudes, I'm done. I'm tired. We made it. Somehow we're close to an hour, which I wasn't expecting to do. Apologize for the audio again, but by next week I will have a new thing in here. I'm thinking about just doing a boom mic tied directly into this camera so that the mic will still be like right here, but it'll sound a lot better. Anyway, guys, thanks for all your questions and all that kind of shit. Let me do my outro real quick. Make sure to go subscribe to the Print Life Podcast on iTunes or Google Play. Leave me the 5-star review, and of course write me a raving comment, because that shit helps get on the new and noteworthy of iTunes, which is what we want for the podcast. Again, once this is over, like it, share it, subscribe, bells ding so that you're notified when I upload new stuff and all that good shit. Make sure to send a request to the Print Life Facebook group. We will be finding a couple of moderators soon, so that we're going to find someone who's super active on Facebook, because I'm not super active. But I kind of like just popping in every once in a while and saying what's up. Keeps me from saturating too much of your guys' lives. I don't want to do that. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, follow me at Cam Earven on Instagram and Twitter. You guys know you're awesome, man, and this whole print fam is just growing and growing. The group is growing. Every time I do a new video upload, there's more activity, quicker, faster. So things are happening. I need to hit 3,000 subscribers, so tell everybody you know. I need to hit 3,000 subscribers like yesterday. So let's see if we can do that in the next couple of days. Your guys' help with that would be hugely appreciated. I just want to say goodbye to a few people, man. This is the end of the thing, so I just want to run through this. Michael Maxwell, thanks for joining the show. Jason Inns, thank you for being here as always. Hellbox Print Shop, thanks for being here. JJS Screen Printing, welcome. I think this is probably your first time. Dave Brown, welcome. Alan Defy, Jamie Lineback, Allison Reichardt, Bad Conduct Screen Printing, Fabio Gutierrez, who else we got? Peter Bryant. A lot of you guys. MVP Tees. I'm trying to get you all in here. I might repeat your names. Chris Wilson. Fire Fly Screen Print. Rye Beats. Pathos Screen Printing. Inkings Inc. Welcome. King 6 Ranch. Welcome. Andrew F. Farisa. Welcome. 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 Shroom Brothers. What's up, guys? CJ's Place, Greeno Screen Printing, Micah Heislet, I know I said that wrong. Welcome, guys. A few more. Andrew Farisa, RSX owner. Maddie, what's up, my man? Glad you made it. Paul Saita, can't say it. Prototype 8. Design Gnome, I know I said what's up to you earlier, though. John Morani. We're good. Dave Brown, you guys, you all are here. If I didn't shout you out, you know I love you. You know I love having you in the print fam. So keep tuning in, keep watching my shit, keep talking amongst yourselves. I would say that that's the end of the Print Life live podcast today, guys. See you next time. And end.